I'm John Jensen. Welcome to New York State Expo 6 in Canandaigua, New York. The feature this year is the Model R. The Model R was built from 1949 to 1954. And I hope you sit back and enjoy Expo 6.
Still the world's largest antique John Deere tractor show, New York Expo 6 was host to 783 registered exhibits, including 32 Model Rs, which of course was the feature tractor this year. This year's expo was dedicated to Roger Clark. John Jensen welcomed J.R. Hobbs and Greg Stephen from the Green Magazine with a special presentation from the New York State Two-Cylinder Expo Association.
I'm just glad to be here. I think we need to, this time, give all the officials and all the exhibitors and everybody who's worked together to make the New York Expo such a success. I think we need to give them a big hand. And as John said, I do the Mr. Thinker column. If you come over to the Western, we're set up over there in the Western New York club tent, you'll find out that I'm a lot nicer in person than I am in print. And so I'd like to thank y'all for being here, and I got to go back to work. Greg?
I've been doing this for about 20 or 25 years, and I'd like to tell you guys, you know, I was doing this back when it was Expo whatever, 2 or 3 with the Two-Cylinder Club, and I got pretty burned out on it, and I was talked into coming to this show 2 years ago, And I'd like to thank all of you guys because it's restored my faith in the hobby. This is fun, it's relaxed, and it's the way it's supposed to be and the way it used to be. And I will never miss this show or the Ohio Expo that alternates with it from now on. So I'd like to thank you all for that. This is the way it should be done. I think all of you enjoy the implements, the lawn tractors, the snowmobiles. I think that adds the whole experience. I walked over to the grandstands following that team of horses now. How much better than that can it get? Thanks.
Thank you. As a little bit of a token of our appreciation for all the support that you guys give us, we would like to present both of you with a couple of jackets from the New York State Two-Cylinder Expo Association. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Let's have a nice round of applause for JR and Greg.
Each year, one of the most popular features is the parade. Leading off this year was a new attraction, a wagon brought in by Bob Warner from Pennsylvania and being driven by Larry McMinn with his nice team of Belgians.
As is tradition, I will let the operator tell you a little bit about it if he's not camera shy, and everybody likes to talk about the tractor a little bit.
That's John Deere 1942 Li with a Model G mower on it. I'm Hank Mansfield from Newberry, Ohio. This is a 1939H. It was restored by Bob Onderdonk, who's originally from the Geneva area, now lives in Lafayette, New York, and has a couple of other tractors here also, an L and a B. Thank you.
Now, here's a real treat. We are very, very thrilled to have Lyle Larson from Minnesota come out, show us his little miniature R. What is that, Lyle, about quarter scale? Okay. I'm going to have Lyle tell you about it. And I don't think the driver talks, so I'm going to let Lyle do the talking.
Yeah, I started building this in the early 90s, and it all started over a little two-cylinder diesel engine that had been burnt in a truck fire. It's a refrigeration unit. I took and cut it up and thought, well, maybe I'll make something, maybe I won't. Anyway, it turned out pretty good. It took 4 years to build the engine, and then I started working on the rest of the tractor. 8 years total to finish it, and it's a replica of between the 48 and the 52 R diesel. And I guess that's about all I got to say, but now I got to shift gears so I can get up, moved ahead here faster.
Got a 5-speed transmission, pony motor. He's got a weed whacker motor for a pony in that thing. Can you believe it? Thank you very much, Lyle.
It's just a standard 44 LA with a big 4 mower on it. I really have no way of dating it, so I put it 1936. That sounds like a good year. I am just the guy coming along. The real driver here is Abby Widrake.
SH Blink T happens, huh? Speak right up.
Hi, this is 1945 John Deere Model 8 spreader that I converted to a drivable one, and it took me 2 years to build, and it's been a lot of fun.
Lee Robichaud, Estabilo, Ohio. I know he's not camera shy.
I've owned this tractor for 42 years.
Here's one of your favorites and mine. This is Bob Warner from Montrose, Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. Model C manure spreader. Thanks, Bob. Thank you very much. Bob's a real good supporter of ours. That's his pulling sled down here. You'll probably see him around here tomorrow night when we get to pulling. This is Raleigh Oliver. Raleigh's a good supporter of the Expo.
1936 Unstyled B. This is the 6th time that we've been here to show, and
I've always appreciated this show very much. Thank you, John.
I think I know this guy too. This is Gene Murphy. I'll let him tell you about his pedal tractors.
I've got a pretty full lineup of pedal tractors. LGT is the first one, then the small 60, large 60, the 620, the 130, and then a couple 20s, on up through the newer ones. Thank you.
Thank you, Gene. Thank you, Martha. This is Ed Haffenden. He's from our Central New York Club. I'll let him tell you about the 40.
The 1955 40W. They only made these for 1 year. They made about 1,700 of them.
How many have ever seen a GLP? We're not exactly sure what the origin of it is, but I'll let Norm tell you about it.
Hi, my name's Norm Garrett from Bath, New York. This is a 1947G that was converted in 1959 to LP gas. Century Manufacturing made conversion kits for quite a few tractors. And nearest I can determine it was done in 59 after they got pretty much a full life out of it running it on distillate.
Here's another pretty rare tractor, one of 10 built. There's only 2 of them left known to exist. This is Paul Trowbridge from our Western New York Club. I'll let Paul tell you about it. No? Oh, come on, Paul. I didn't think you'd ever shy of words.
Hi, this tractor was shipped to Western New York, Albrook Farms, the largest red beet grower in New York State. And they had trouble with the 40-ton diesel starting. They wanted a gas, and it was the first one made. It's right there from Western New York.
Thank you very much, Paul. This is Lynn King from Waterloo, New York.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. This is a 1953R, and I have a Model 77H plows, which was built anywhere from 1949 to somewhere in the 1950s.
Well, this is a 1970 custom colored tractor put out by John Deere. They put out 4 colors for a couple of years and found out the public did not care for them. We could have the red, the blue, the yellow, and the orange. This unit is for sale if you're interested.
This is a 1965 110 I modified into a 4-wheel drive articulating tractor back in 1997.
John Deere 1958 730 Standard with a Pony Star, restored and owned by Bill Meade from Lyons, New York.
Show everybody your fingernail polish. Show everybody your fingernail polish. Now there's a John Deere fan. Thank you. This tractor come all the way out from Michigan to see us. We really appreciate all the good support we get out of the state of Michigan.
1950 AOL, and I restored it. It was in pretty tough shape, but it looks pretty good now.
Thank you very much.
This is the Model 8020, John Deere's first 4-wheel drive, owned by Tomian Farms. It was a new concept in farming at the time, a little too expensive for what people could buy 3 or 4 tractors for at that time. So there was 100 of them made. Quite a few of them are still in existence.
Thank you, John. This tractor didn't quite look like this when I bought it, and maybe some of you see it that way. And near as we can tell, it came out of a bayou or a swamp somewhere in Louisiana. It was pretty tired. It was John Deere's first attempt, or first model of the high crop series, which are very much in demand today, which because they are such a low production number. This one is one of, I believe, 200 and some odd high compressions that were made. So, thank you.
Here's Clem Demons 720 LP Highcraft, only one of 22 built. I'll let Clem tell you a little more about it.
Thanks, John. This is, as John said, one of 22 LP Highcraft 720s that were built. 720s, they built about 26,000 total tractors. This one was originally shipped in 1957 to Donaldsonville, Louisiana, and I dug it out of a fence row down in Luling, Louisiana.
I saw some pictures of it. It sure didn't look like that when he brought it home. Hope we're going to move the shovel snow of that today.
1960-630, the restoration of this has been an evolutionary process. Started about 10 years ago with an engine rebuild, and we finally progressed to the point of getting a new paint job on it this spring. And if it snows next winter, it'll have to go back to a work tractor. So I think we're looking at a work tractor next winter.
It's a 1934 open fan shop day. It's one of the first 1,000. So it doesn't have the A on the brass tag. It's serial number 410753.
This is Model V, was built in May of 1940. It was shipped to Rugby, North Dakota, the 30th of November of that year. So it kind of grew up out there feeding the people during World War II. I got my grandchildren with me this morning from Gulfport, Mississippi. Thank you.
This is just another old R. Belongs to Palestine in Caledonia, New York. I did some work on it last winter, so I thought I would bring it to the show. Thank you for coming. I don't know who the young man is. He could want to do a chocolate, probably. That's Bruce. It's a 1956 Model 80. The plow is an F680 and yes, I did drive it for the show. It's a little ride to haul up here. Hope everybody's having a good time. And this is my best buddy Leo. I wondered who the driver was. The neat one, don't you, John? Thank you, John.
My name is Earl Northrup. My tractors here are been restored by a farm friend of mine, Kenny Mammoser, and we're now looking and talking with a two-bottom rollover plow mounted on a 620 standard LP. And the beauty of a rollover plow is that it helps to do away with that dreadful dead furrow that the farmer had always known of, and he can all go down one field and come back and plow and lay his furrows all in the same direction. So that's the beauty of rollover plows.
My name is Ed Wheeler. I'm from Farmington, New York, which is not far from here. And I have a small collection of John Deere lawn and garden tractors. Been doing this for 6 or 8 years. Right here is a Model 60, which is a lawn tractor that John Deere made in the mid-1960s up till 1970. Right here I have a Model 70 lawn tractor that I stylized for my wife. I put a narrow front end on it so that she could back up her little trailer easier. She always has a little trailer on the back for her lawn and garden equipment and her flowers and mulch and things, and this is her tractor, and she lets me borrow for the weekend, and now she's home with a wheelbarrow. Okay, and this is a Model 100 John Deere garden tractor here. Okay, this one here was made in the mid-60s also, and it is part of the small John Deere collection. This is a John Deere 110. This is 1965. This was the beginning of the big popularity of John Deere lawn tractors. This was called one of the John Deere weekend freedom machines. You were able to mow your grass on a Friday night and have all day Saturday and Sunday for fishing. And that was a big part of their ad. So this is one of the John Deere weekend freedom machines. This is a little bit bigger of a John Deere weekend freedom machine, the Model 112. This is more of a garden tractor here. There was several attachments you could have. Brindley made attachments for the mid-60s lawn and garden tractors. I have a plow here and a disc back there. This tractor here actually has a hydraulic lift on it. By pulling up on this yellow lever, the plow goes up and down, and you can do a real great job with these. This here is a 1974 Model 110. The Model 110 was the longest line in the John Deere history of lawn and garden tractors.
One of the special attractions at all of our expos have been the new generation tractors. They seem to be the coming thing as far as the collectors are concerned. A very nice example here is this beautiful 5010 from David Argyle of Collins, New York. The 10 series and the 20 series have really come on strong for the collectors in the past several years. Here's a beautiful example.
We had a very good group of speakers at the Expo this year, including J.R. Hobbs, Greg Stephen, and John T. Nordoff of Green Magazine, Robert Beavers of Roberts Carburetors, and Albert Ulrich of Renaissance Tractor. Again, the barrel roll was a popular event. The object is to be the fastest to roll the barrel from one end to the other without going outside the lines.
We had 5 in here, and the winner is David Howman, who was 6:20, 1958. His time was 10.27. And we have Daniel Nom with his B. His time was 10.285. There'll be first and second prizes. First prize will be a t-shirt. Second prize will be a hat. You can go to the Expo headquarters and pick them up.
Expo Association and Dan Auctioneers, we certainly welcome everybody here today. We certainly appreciate all your continued support and increasing support in terms of consignments here today and for your attendance and bidding and buying here. It's just kind of great to see this kind of response, so we hope everybody enjoys themselves. Hope you all spend a lot of money and tickle to death with what you buy here today. About $50 bill now, $50 bill about 25 and go. So on buy now, $50 bill now, $50 bill now, $30 bill $30 there now, $30 bill now, $25. Now 30 where? $30 bill $12 now, he now $30 bill $30 $30 bill $30 $30 bill $30 bill $30 $40 bill $30 bill $30 $25 bill now, $30 bill $30 35, I got 30 here. One more time.
It takes a well-tuned engine that idles real slow to win the slow race. This year saw the addition of lawn tractors to the competition.
From Los Angeles, Ohio, land of legend, Antique Tractor Club.
Good morning, I'm Lawrence McMahon from Branchport, New York with my Belgian horses and Bob Warner's John Deere corn planter from Pennsylvania. We're having a good time here at the Expo. The boys are Bill and Dale. Bill is 5, Dale is 8. And we do quite a lot of school rides and that, but it's kind of fun to be here with this equipment. I'll let you talk to Bob Warner, the owner of the corn planter.
We found this corn planter down in Maryland. The people were moving to New York and they were selling everything they had and they advertised it. And it turns out to be a 1913 Deere Monsoor 999 corn planter, not a John Deere actually. And we restored it in its original colors we found as we sandblasted it. And it has solid wheels, which is very unusual for a corn planter under that rubber. And that's about all I can tell you about it. And I'd like to thank Larry for helping us out.
Check rows.
How we doing? My name is Paul Trowbridge. I'm from Western New York, Corfu, New York to be exact, with the Western New York Two-Cylinder Club. We help put this on with all the people here at the Expo Association. We're just one of the many clubs that put it here. My whole motto today is fat and happy, loving life, because it doesn't get any better than this. No matter where you go or what you do, you're never going to see this many nice tractors, nice people, and it's just tremendous surroundings. It's not too hot today. It's just gorgeous. Gorgeous day to be outside looking at green tractors. And if you don't believe me, come on over and give my wrist a little cut, and you'll see I do bleed green.
The 95 registered vendors sold parts, both original and reproductions, tires, toys, memorabilia, country crafts, clothing, and tools. They represented 25 states and Canada.
My name is John Grant. We're from Weberville, Michigan. It's about 500 miles from here. My wife and I are here with our John Deere wrenches. We've been collecting these for about 10 years now and trying to find out more about them. There's an awful lot to learn. It's quite interesting. Some of these wrenches, this is a set of plow wrenches. These were replaced by the stamped wrenches, the 50, 51, 52, 53. And John Deere tried to minimize some of the wrenches that they had to supply. These came with implements. These are tractor wrenches. This little gal right here is for when your battery runs dry. You can take your steering wheel off, put it on this, and engage your flywheel, and hopefully she'll start with that. These are some common wheel lug wrenches. It also fits the drain plug on your oil. This is for the John Deere trailer. That when you want to move your tractor by a trailer, that's a wrench made by Motor Wheel Company in Lansing, Michigan. This would fit the hub and that fit the wheel lugs. And here's the little wagon wrench for the John Deere wagon. On this side we've got some of the older John Deere wrenches, the Deere and Mansour Company that John Deere bought out, Syracuse plow, some of the Van Brunt wrenches. There's 9 variations of this wrench. As again, some of the older wrenches. These are the flywheel wrenches for the D's and G's. Wheel wrench, hub wrench with the regular wrench for the extensions. Chain brakes. This is an interesting wrench here. That one is to straighten up the teeth on a combine. After you run a rock through the combine and you spreading grain on the ground, you say a few words and you get off and straighten the teeth. These are some plow wrenches. These two wrenches here are an interesting wrench. The two variations of the same wrench have the same part number. This one is for the early unstyled B's and the H's. And then when they put electric start on the B's, that wouldn't fit, couldn't get around the starter, so they took the same wrench and modified it. Has the same part number, but two different wrenches. We can tell you by serial number when that wrench came about. Some gyro mower wrenches, and I was just talking this morning with a fellow from Canada. He said they've got barrels of these wrenches up there, and they stamp them out themselves. I thought, a lot of these wrenches are made by outside manufacturers, but John Deere made those and still has them. All kinds of stuff. We enjoy being here. This is a great show and a lot of great people, and I've had a lot of nice people stop by and ask us about the wrenches. Thank you.
Even the youngest John Deere enthusiasts get involved and have some fun in the pedal tractor pull.
Well, thank you very much for putting this sixth show, I understand, on down in New York State. It's the second time my wife and I have been here. 2 years ago we brought a styled D down with a loader on it. Anybody that was at that show with a horn loader. Over the last 2 years we've restored this tractor, a 1929 D. It originally came out of Manitoba, Canada. The binder was found actually pretty close to our home in Ontario, just north of Toronto. And the binder, the steering attachment, I located it in Kansas. So over the last 2 years we completely restored this tractor, and the binder is original, and the Mennonite community near us graciously made the canvases for it, and it's just a pleasure to own it. It's not an easy job to run, but we certainly are having a lot of fun with it, and we'd like to wish you all the best for this show. Thank you very much.
Again this year there were 2 tractor pulls. Friday evening there was an enhanced pull, all John Deere of course, where operators are allowed to modify their tractors somewhat to improve performance, including oversized tires.
Sarah Jensen, 1952. 5 shank, 1948 G. For 5 shank. Remember that we moved the sled down about 15 feet, so.
Daily sawmill and shingle mill demonstrations drew large crowds and of course are powered by John Deere. Dynamometer demonstrations were held by Bernie Wimmer each day throughout Expo 6. The Crooked Lake Fiddlers Club was fiddling for fun on Saturday afternoon.
Oh man! I think I overdid you.
Come on. Don't quit. Don't quit. Come on, you can make it. Yeah. Oh, not enough dirt.
Saturday evening saw the stock tractor pull, where tractors must meet horsepower restrictions and tire size limitations. The heavier the class, the more horsepower and the larger the tires. Again, we used a weight transfer sled to stop the tractors. The lightest classes used a deadbolt sled, because they're too small to use the larger sled effectively. The tractor pulls are always well attended, as noted by the full grandstands each night. This year there were 170 hooks for the 2 pulls.
From Mexico, New York, 2019. Hey, here comes Rose Allen. I'm going to do something real mean. I'm going to tell you, this is Rosie's birthday. Happy birthday, Rosie! Happy birthday! My husband said to tell everybody that you're the same age as the tractor. See? I know it is. Happy birthday, Rosie! Nice ball! Nice ball, Lillian. 37A. Lillian's from Upstate New York. balls out there. Nice throw. 2 holes 3 and 1/8. First place, Lillian Foster. Second place, Judy Kalinsky. Third place, Rose Allen. And fourth place, Sandra Bethel.
The raffle tractor this year was a 1937 Model B, and the proud winner was Harold Kastner of Loysville, Pennsylvania.
Well, that's it for Expo 6. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you'll all come back again for Expo 7, back here in Canandaigua, New York. The dates are July 7th, 8th, and 9th, 2005, where the feature tractor is the AOS.
If you would like a copy of this videotape or DVD, please contact Lois Morris at 607-776-3592.